I'm Jason Satterlund. I am a film director, and I've been doing this for about a little over 20 years. So I am the owner of Big Puddle Films. Big Puddle Films is a full-service film and production studio. We do commercials, feature films, music videos, corporate image pieces, documentaries, etc., etc., etc. It was established in 2001. Yes, I know you want to play, but I'm doing an interview. And it's been quite an experience actually owning a company, because I'm a film director. I'm not necessarily a business owner, but I've kind of had to be because that's the way the world works. So this is the kind of job that I've wanted to do my whole life. Not because like it's cool or sexy to be a film director and to yell action and cut and all that stuff. It's great because I get to tell stories for a living. And storytelling is something that not very many people get to do, but it's the kind of thing that totally surrounds our lives. You think about how often you use story in your life. I mean, you tell your children stories before they go to bed. I've been married for 20 years. Whenever I tell people that, the first question is always, how did you meet? We teach story problems in school. We wrap history in stories so we can remember facts. Like, it permeates all of our lives. It can move us, it can change us, it can help us learn, and I get to take part in that. Telling stories that move people to watch their eyes come on, that spark to ding. Nothing like it. Running a business is tricky because it involves things that, that artists don't like to do, like, balancing checkbooks and invoicing and writing contracts, which is a pretty big deal for business owners. It doesn't necessarily matter how good you are at your craft. It matters who you know. If no one knows who you are, you're going to be staying in your mom's basement for a while. The craftsman wants to craft. They want to create. They want to be in their shop making their Coswell cogs, right? They don't want to be out meeting the people that can help them. They can hire them to make the Coswell cogs. That's huge for me, because I was watching friends of mine excel far past me because they knew somebody. And growing up in a home that was completely removed from the industry really made it tough. I struggled hard for years after college because I never thought to intern. I never thought to mentor and get a mentorship. I didn't even know what those things meant. I never went to film festivals and met other people my age. So networking, I call it the N word because I'll tell you though, everything changed for me the moment when I decided to remove the whole N word out of the equation and call it friendship. And I now live my life by the saying, he who dies with the most friends wins. Because if I approach these rooms, say a party somewhere, and I just walk into the room going, you know what, I'm just going to see how many friends I can make tonight. No pressure on the relationship. Think about it again in the terms of dating. If you just walk into the room and you meet the girl or the guy with just, hey, let's be friends and just get to know each other first to see if we even like each other, all the pressure's off. What happens is if you put the pressure of networking on it, every person you meet, you're looking to get something from them, right? Now I'm a director and I've done quite a few projects, and I feel it when people talk to me. Like, they come up to me and I can tell they want something from me. That's not very attractive for me to be your friend. Why should I don't necessarily want to be around you that much. But if we're just friends and I like hanging out with you and, oh, what, you like surfing too? Dude, let's go surfing sometime. We may never work together. The worst thing that could happen, I made a new friend. Best thing that can happen, of course, I get to work with my friend. Awesome thing. Everything changed the minute I shift my paradigm for that. And it actually kind of makes those events fun, and my business has accelerated. I don't have to try so hard anymore. If I had to start over, I would tell myself immediately to go find a mentor. I think that the idea of apprenticeships and mentorships are falling out of fashion, are not as common as they used to be. But the amount of time I could have saved myself, the amount of blood I could have saved, by just having someone show me the ropes. Even if it was philosophy about life, it just would have changed my world. I would be further ahead now if I'd had that. Don't be afraid to approach the pro, the guy that probably intimidates you, because he probably has a lot of things to say that could help you. When you're looking for when you're looking for someone to like mentor under, you're naturally intimidated by the guy with the 2 decades or 3 decades of experience. Of course that's intimidating. You would think they may not have time for you, but from the opposite side of that table, I can tell you that it's very flattering to be asked. Because of course, everyone's gonna ask J.J. Abrams if he can mentor them, of course. But how many people ask, someone like myself? Or, you know how many commercial directors I know who never train anybody? These guys are good. Just because you don't know who they are doesn't mean they're not talented. Look up the guy that scares you and just ask him. That kind of humility will go a long, long way. And believe it or not, I'm in my 40s. I still look for mentors. The thing I'm most proud of is probably the record keeper. Even with the controversy and all of the stuff that happened with it, we set out to create something that people would love from all walks of life. And we did. I gotta say, one of the proudest moments was after we finished that project, and I had a person who described herself as a pagan come up to me and say, that is the first time I've ever seen Christianity portrayed in a positive light. That's happened to me a number of times. Taking deep, dense theological material and crafting it in a way for the commoner to understand it is not easy. It took a lot of work and sacrifice, but we did it.